Well, it's my last day of having braces, my 6-month smile braces, and I haven't done an update for several months because, to be honest, things have been pretty standard, pretty straightforward, but I wanted to do a kind of final one before having them taken off, and I'll do another one afterwards as well. So just kind of an overview of some of the things that have happened, because I know quite a few people have asked me, like, how have you found it, and even for yourself considering, is it something you'd do? And my final video I do, I'll answer the question of was it worth it, but you'll kind of get some of the answer, I guess, in this one. So over the past few months, they basically, every time I go in, every 3 to 4 weeks, they replace the bar, they replace the elastics around the kind of little thing stuck on the teeth. And what they've been doing actually the last few months is, and this is pretty rough, they get a little thin strip of like sandpaper, basically. I'm sure it's got some swanky fancy dental name, and they put it between the kind of main teeth that they're trying to move, and they kind of just pull it forward and backwards and kind of just shave in small amounts off the edge of the teeth. And to be honest, it can be quite uncomfortable, not like horrible, no, not by any means, but it's not fun. I mean, they're kind of yanking on your teeth, and it's just, I just close my eyes and don't kind of think about it. But to be honest, that shouldn't be a put off for anyone considering it, but that is something that most people do. And the alternative of what I would have had if I'd had train tracks when I was a teenager, rather than doing that, would have been yanking out 2 teeth either side of my middle teeth. So I'd happily take a little bit of filing on my teeth to have, instead of having teeth pulled out. So that's what they've been doing. They have put on something called a power bar. I haven't heard anyone really talk much about that, but that's kind of on the front 2 teeth, an extra elastic that links them 2 together actually, so it kind of is like an 8 shape over, or like the infinity symbol, over the 2 front teeth, which apparently helps just the movement a bit more. And then I've also had some little kind of tiny plastic cylinder type things. When I say cylinder, I mean they're tiny, on the inside of each teeth. Went by inside next to there, just kind of here, and you might be able to see them because they're slightly discoloured. I've had them in for a couple months in through various things you kind of eat and whatever. They can discolour if you're not careful, but apparently again that helps the rotation a little bit more. So what I've seen, and they said this would happen, but there kind of comes a day where you kind of realise that it's really having a difference. In you can see now that if I'll on my final video do a before and after photo, but my teeth before were kind of like this, so pointed at the front. One was at an angle as well, and now they're virtually kind of flat and straight, and yeah, my front 2 teeth probably couldn't get any straighter than they are now, yeah, it's been amazing just to see how much they've changed. Another thing to say is it's called 6-month smile. I've now had them in about 8 months, and 6 months is the minimum really, as far as I know, and they told me as soon as I got them at the beginning that it would probably be more like 7, and then recently they said let's go for 8 just to be careful, and I'd prefer to go an extra month than get them off early and not have the full effect. So basically today, in about 10 minutes, I'm going to the orthodontist, and they're going to take moulds for my retainer. Now there's 2 types of retainer you have after these come off. First of all, there's a metal bar they actually put behind your teeth that they kind of just cement there to hold them in place. Secondly, they give you a plastic kind of retainer that is the shape of your teeth that you put on every night when you go to sleep, and you have to wear that, I think, for a year or 2. They maybe recommend longer. I don't really know the details. I'll let you know when I find out. But that's kind of the time scale of the retainers, and the metal retainer behind they encourage you to keep on for life, really. And I might do, if I hate it, I might take it off sooner. The problem is everyone's teeth, when you get older, they all move. So even if you've got perfect gnashers now, they might, over time, unfortunately, it's one of those things, getting older, you get hair coming out your ears and nose everywhere, and your teeth get longer and protrude more. And some people are luckier than others with that, but generally they will move. And anyone who's had braces will know how much, if you've had braces, your teeth can shift after if you don't wear your retainer. So I do want to stick with at least the plastic one, obviously, for the whole length, and the metal one for as long as possible. We'll see how that feels. If it's very uncomfortable, I don't know. but I'll let you know when I do. So today's my last full day with the braces. They actually come off tomorrow when they don't fully take it off until they've got the plastic retainer and the metal one ready for your shape of teeth, which they're making in the lab tonight, for me to have on tomorrow, hopefully all going to plan. So yeah, we'll see how it goes, and I'll do another update when there's more to tell you. And if you have any questions as well, feel free to leave a comment, and I would happily answer, because to me it's something I wish I'd known a bit more about beforehand, but also I've had some very positive experiences which I'll share some more in my next video. So do leave a question if you've got any. Thanks.